everybody, this is Symphonical coming at you with my 29th comic book haul. And this time I actually mean 29th and not 28th. Last time I said 29th, but it was actually my 28th. So yeah, really confusing. But this time, 29th comic book haul. So, anyway, what do we have for you today? Well, we're going to do the trivia question for last week and the new one for this week. We're going to go over some comics that I've bought over the last week. And we're also going to do a blind bag unboxing from a blind bag that I bought from Five and Below. But first, we need to get to the trivia question. So, the prizes for last week were Gotham City Sirens number 3 and the Mattina cover for Spawn 284, the trade dress one. And the question was, what was Todd McFarlane's first published comic book artwork, and that it did not need to be a cover, it could in fact be interior artwork. So, there were 7 contestants. All of them got the answer correct, and the answer was Epic Comics Coyote from 1984, I believe. Anyway, so let's see who the contestants are going to be. We had 7, like I said, and they are Alex the Comic Hoarder, Bowers, Daz the Key Chaser, Doomsday Comics, Mayra, Mr. D, and Rated Roar. So, let's play. Alright, and the winner is Rated Roar. Alright, congratulations, Rated Roar. I will contact you, or you can feel free to contact me at elk.prizes@gmail.com. So, moving on to my next trivia question. The trivia question for this comic book haul is going to be, what actor is partially famous for their collection of comics, specifically Action Comics #1, which they may or may not still own? Okay, so the prizes for this week are pretty impressive. First, we have the Amazing Spider-Man 43, our legacy number 484. Spider-Man in the Rain. Yep, that's the big one for the week. No, I'm kidding. The big one for the week is a copy of John Byrne's Next-Men number 21, the first appearance of Hellboy in color. So, what do you have to do? Again, you have to answer the question correctly, and the question is, what actor is famous partially for their impressive comic book collection, specifically Action Comics #1, that they may or may still not own? And what you need to do is send your answers to elk.prizes@gmail.com. And as always, entries sent to me in any other manner do not count. They have to be at elk.prizes@gmail.com before my next haul, which should come in a month. Alright, well, we'll be back in a minute with the rest of the haul. Thank you. Bye for now. Okay, I'm back. So let's start the haul. So, to start, I was at Five and Below the other day, which, let me tell you, is a store that I absolutely hate. But I was at Five and Below the other day, and they had some of the comic blind bags that you see at Walmart, although they were a little bit different and actually a good bit cheaper. So that was cool. So I bought one. So this is a Marvel 4-pack. It supposedly has up to a $15.95 value, and as you can tell, I bought it from Five and Below for $4. So let's try to open it. Alright. These two comics. And these two comics. Alright, see, empty. Okay, what did we get? So, as was quite clear, since you could see it on the front, we got War Machine number 5. It's got a really cool picture of Wolverine as Patch. Yeah, I'm digging this one. We got Original Sin, Avengers number 30, the second printing. I love second printings. I think we all know that. No clue if this one is worth anything. Certainly a little dinged up. You can also see this one on the back. This was Uncanny X-Men number 24. Looks like it is the first printing. And booyah! Yay! Got all new Marvel now. .1 number 1, the second printing. I actually had bought a copy of this like a week or so ago. So I guess now I have 2. It's kind of banged up a little bit, but yeah. Let's get this in a bag and board. Okay. Alright, so let's move on to the traditional haul. We're going to start out with independent books. Alright, what do we have here? So, over the past week, I have gone to a comic book shop that is actually one of, I guess, the oldest ones in the Baltimore area, called Twilight Zone. It's in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Never been there before. Totally recommend it. It's like an old school store. Not super organized, but the prices were really good. They had a lot of back issues. From what I can tell, they don't raise the prices on their variants. Yeah, I will definitely be going back. Sadly, it's about an hour from my house. So yeah, picked up Lady Death. This is Lady Death 2, Between Heaven and Hell, the Chromium copy. Just a throwback to a comic book that I wanted in the 90s, but I wasn't allowed to get because of, well, obvious reasons, and I was a child. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool. Just not really worth anything, but some nostalgia value. Got this from Midtown. This is Analog number 1. It's the premiere issue, and it's signed by Jerry Duggan, as you can tell right here. It's got a certificate of authenticity from Midtown Comics. Analog was just almost immediately after being published, was optioned either for a movie or for a TV show. So I thought this was definitely worth a couple bucks to pick up. I picked up The Ride, number 1 and 2. This is a connecting cover by everybody's favorite, Adam Hughes. As you can see right here. Really pretty cool. Not necessarily his best work. And I would say the woman on number 2, her face looks pretty interesting. Hey, Bowser. You visiting me while I'm doing my video? Oh boy. Alright. So, what else do I have here? Alright. This isn't too much for the stand. So yeah, I was listening to, I want to say it was the Unpressable Defects, but it might have been the other podcast from CBSI. And they had mentioned that you could go on Udon's website and buy some of the comic books that were the variants for the Mega Man and whatever Street Fighter series. So I picked up the Mega Man number 2 Master Mix, the Mega Man 2 variant cover. This one's pretty hot. Picked up the Mega Man Master Mix number 1, the X-Men 141 homage. So that's pretty cool. Also picked up Street Fighter vs. Darkstalkers. This is an Argent cover, which I did not own. Back to Twilight Zone Comics. I picked up Uncle Scrooge number 34, the Carl Barks variant cover. So went over to a really small toy con, and a couple of the dealers had, I went with my son, went with a couple of the dealers had comic books, so I picked some of them up. I picked up the Pro First Printing. Got this at Twilight Zone. This is the J. Scott Campbell Virgin variant cover for one of the Red Sonjas. Really cool. Got Hillbilly number 9. What's really cool about this one is it's signed by Eric Powell, but more specifically, it is also remarked by him, so that's nice. And then off of eBay, I picked up Gen 13 variant, the Jeanette Jackson variant cover. This is just one of those covers that I always wanted. It's kind of expensive, so I've always passed on it. And I found it for a decent enough price, so there you go. Picked it up. Alright, moving on to some DC books. So, I got 2 copies of the Superman Wedding Album, the DC Universe UPC. Don't actually think this one's worth all that much or really anything, but I thought it was a really cool cover. Since I have 2 of them, one of them will end up in one of my giveaways, so you can expect to see that in the future. Picked up Wonder Woman 49 at Twilight Zone. This is the Neil Adams variant cover with Superman and Wonder Woman kissing. It's a really nice cover. It shows up on CBSI's Hot 10 list for this weekend. So yeah, it's cool. Got it for a cheap price. I picked up Superman 123, the second printing. Everyone knows at this point that watches my videos, I like second printings. This one is hard to find. What else? So, from Gills 311, he was selling a couple books. I picked up some from him. I got Harley Quinn number 1 and Harley Quinn number 2. Cool books. Today I got Wonder Woman number 205. This is a great cover. It's the origin of Nubia, and it is also a bondage cover. Yesterday from Twilight Zone, I picked up Zatanna number 16, the Adam Hughes cover. Just a beautiful comic book. There's really no other way to describe it, and no need to find another way to describe it. And I picked up Superman Wonder Woman number 5, the steampunk cover. And this is the Panosian, I suppose is the author. Or not the author, excuse me, the cover artist, and it is a 1 in 25. Alright. Let's move on to Marvel. Alright. So, I picked up Punisher Warzone number 40. This is one of the issues from the end of the run, so it's a low print run, hard to find. So yeah, you know, pretty cool. I'm getting more into these late run issues. I just think they're pretty awesome. So, let's move on. I picked this up from Twilight Zone yesterday. Shogun Wars number 1. Nothing really special about it. It's just a premiere issue. Thought it looked cool. It's one of those ones that I always kind of meant to pick up because of, you know, it's Transformers-esque 80s-ness, but I just never did. Picked up Machine Man number 7, which is the first appearance of the Power Broker. Like a lot of people, I picked up Avengers number 1, the Lisner variant. This is just like the appreciation. It was pretty cheap. For Midtown, I picked up Venom number 1. This is a Midtown exclusive. And the cover is by Mr. Mattina, and it is signed by Donny Cates, and I picked up the matching cover by Mattina for Amazing Spider-Man 800. Unfortunately, that one is not signed by anybody. Moving on. I picked up Fantastic Four #1. This is the first appearance of Aisha, who I guess was her. Picked up All New Ghost Rider #1, the first appearance of Robbie Reyes. Picked up Muppet Babies #1, just the premiere issue. When I was a kid, I loved the Muppet Babies, so it was just cool to have to get it. This one also, Marvel Age #82, came from Mr. Gill's 311. This is the first appearance of Cable. It's a cameo. Picked up the Mighty Thor Annual #11, the first appearance of Eitri the Dwarf. Picked up the Sentry #1, the first appearance of the Sentry, and this is the Rosen variant cover, 1 in 25. It's pretty rare. And I picked up Star Wars Kanan #6. So this isn't anything special. The reason I got it is I'm going to have the opportunity in, I guess, 2 weeks to meet, I think his name is Taylor Gray, but he's the voice actor for Ezra. And he's right there, and I need to have something for him to sign. So that is what I got. Speaking of signed Star Wars books, I picked up Han Solo #1. It's 9.0 CGC Signature Series, and it is signed by everyone's favorite Chewbacca, Peter Mayhew. It's right here. He's signed it, Chewbacca. It is kind of hard to see. Anyway, and the last thing that I picked up this week is another one of the Venomized 2012 variants. This is Wolverine in the X-Men #4. It's a CGC 9.0. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about the eBay seller that sent this to me. So, his name is Tom, Tomm 8051. So Tom 8051, and I'll make sure to put his information in the description. And he is from Maryland, like I am, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and he got this out super quickly. He knows me, he recognized me from the video, so I was super cool about that. And he has a decent number of books for sale. Only 8 right now, but there's some heavy hitters. There's some really good stuff that he has for sale. He's got the Howard the Duck #1 Gwenpool cover, Amazing Spider-Man 121, Avengers 57, the first appearance of Vision. He's got a lot of stuff on here that is definitely worth taking a peek at. His prices are definitely competitive. Seems like a great guy. So yeah, check Tom 8051 out on eBay when you have a chance. Anyway, that is all I have for you all today. Thanks for thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. Have a good one. Goodbye.
She hides it in a drawer next to her favorite blue jeans. They don't fit like they used to, so she don't wear them anymore. Got a sleeveless heart, and ice flows through her veins, and her days run on by. She just can't explain. She's still searching for what she lost, but she can't